Hi, everyone. I'm founder of Career Evolved, Olivia Gamber. I'm here with my client, Carolina, and she just completely reinvented herself, changed careers, and I'm excited to share her story with you. So, Carolina, go ahead and share kind of where you were at, when we first met and what your biggest challenges were.
So I think before we met, I had a couple of issues that I was grappling with. One, I have a very diverse work history across a number of industries, about 20 years, and sometimes that diverse history can be problematic as you're looking to pivot or look for new roles. You're trying to figure out where you stand in the market, who you are, what you want, that sort of thing. And then how I found you actually was you did a video on, are you a jack of all trades? And I was like, yes. uh, uh, and you put it in such a way where like, this is not a detriment to your future. Being a jack of all trades can be a benefit. And that's what led me to reach out to you because I had struggled with that piece. We're often told that, if you are one of these people, you don't fit in anywhere, or it's hard for employers to kind of see where you fit and know that they want you. And that's how we started working together.
I know, and I know with when you have all this broad experience, it's overwhelming when you don't know where you fit in the market. So I know for you, just figuring out that path was kind of a journey, right? And so, what were some of, as you think about the journey, what were some of the biggest shifts that you made to be able to break through that?
I think the biggest shift was that I was asking the wrong questions. It was like I was in the wrong meeting, right? I was looking for roles saying, where do I fit? Square peg in round hole, like who wants me? And those were the wrong questions to be asking. The huge shift came as I was having more conversations with folks and saying, my diverse history means I have a diverse array of perspectives across a number of industries. How can I help you? What do you need that's keeping you up at night that I can help you solve, that I may be able to pull from this vault of years of experience? And that shifted and changed the dynamic in all of my conversations, in all of my interviews. You could see interviewers, and as I would network and make connections, you could see folks shift their thinking of like, oh, let me ask this person these questions and get to know them, to like, oh wow, you could actually help me. Like, let's really chat now, right? Um,
It's
and
a
then I
completely different intention than trying to pitch yourself not knowing anything. And I think another thing I was just thinking about for you is you have such a marketable background, but you didn't necessarily know where that fit in the market. So there's a lot of mindset hurdles that can come in because you just want to know up front what it's going to be. And so I'm curious for you, like, how did you actually just let go and flow with the market? Because that's where I feel like you started really breaking through. Because this role wouldn't have, you wouldn't have gotten it if you went through a conventional job search, needing to know what the title was. The role was created for you, right?
That's correct. I was having conversations about a totally different role, and by changing the dynamic of those conversations and asking more questions about what their needs were and how I could possibly help, that escalated quickly to a role that was created for me. I think the shift came in that journey when I started asking myself not where I wanted to work and what job I wanted to have, but what problems I wanted to solve.
I
Who were
love
the
it.
people I wanted to work with? Who were the people I wanted to help? And what were those problems that I wanted to solve?
I love it. So, what is the biggest thing you're celebrating? Obviously, you just created a role in the market, which is amazing. Those are the best roles. They're so in alignment. But what are you most proud of that you're celebrating?
I think I'm celebrating finally the validation that all of those years weren't job hopping. They were preparing me for a role where I could, pull from so many different experiences. Like I finally feel that I can just be myself. And that's a huge celebration because we often spend so much time just trying to belong and fit in where we work and make sure that, it feels different. It feels like I can just show up as me.
I love it. That is amazing. So, if you're talking to anyone that was where you were at and they're just like, man, I've done all this stuff. What do I do with it? I'm overwhelmed. What would you tell them?
That was me. I went to a recruiter once a long time ago and I just like dumped my resume and I was like, I have all of this. Help me. What do I do with all of this? Um, I mean, to be super blunt, like I would tell them to work with you, but because you gave me a lot of homework that was necessary. I had to do, there was a lot of work in the back end of self reflection, of what my value was, exploration of the problems that I wanted to solve. I wasn't going to ask myself those questions. Like it took you on the outside to challenge me to ask those questions. Um, and so I think the biggest advice is to look for folks like you and start building that little village of support for yourself, the people that are going to boost you, lift you, challenge you, to reach for that next role.
Absolutely. The best roles are gained through support from others, right? So awesome job. I'm so proud of you. And thanks again for sharing your story.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you so much.